It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football?
Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one.
And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
And off we go from Denver. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And he really established himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the country a season ago. 45 touchdown passes and only 3 interceptions. A dynamic athlete, processes a lot of information in a short amount of time, and puts his team in a great position to win on each and every down. You don't break the NCAA record for highest completion percentage without having all those attributes, and I think that he'll translate very well in Denver.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Now it's Nix sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Greg George, deep for Arizona. This is brought in at the 21. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense heading out, and they do so behind Kyler Murray, their dynamic quarterback in his 6th season now from Oklahoma.
And now that he's back at full health, they're expecting Kyler to get back to being the superstar playmaker that they drafted. Make no mistake about it, when he's fully healthy, there aren't many quarterbacks who are as dynamic as he is. And if he's able to stay on the field, this team has a real chance to make some noise.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. Murray now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Alex Singleton making the play defensively. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Baron Browning in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, oh, that's got to feel great for them.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Powering his way forward. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Nix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Go.
Williams again. And Williams is in for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. To throw is Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Able to shake him off. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. they start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
Forced out to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Pushing his way through. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 28.
73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll go play action with Nix. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Now a 3rd and 6.
To throw, it's Murray.
That pass completed to Dortch.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray.
He's got the rookie. That's Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Murray going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Let's go.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nix to the air. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Mims in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
And they'll try to run the option here. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
3rd down and 6.
Murray now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fighting him off. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
113 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They run it again with Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. To throw is Nix. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Ready up. Here we go, set.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense takes back over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want...
Taking it right down Broadway. Through the middle of the field. Zay Jones. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zay Jones, 71 yards. And the Cardinals are back within a score. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. Prater for the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Go.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They juke, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 49 yards. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Shreds the tackle.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Zay Jones.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Welcome back now to Denver, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Flushed out right.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and forever.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Got his man, it's Dortch.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's Connor on the read option.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. The left side completion to Jones. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Well, first of all, obviously, what a great play to get in there and block it. But how about their awareness to scoop it, have the nice return, Charles? Talk about a momentum swing. I think we just saw it right there.
I love the description because they didn't just stop at the block, which was a big play in and of itself. The scoop and return to set their offense up for points, this could be a huge swing. Not just 10 points, but the momentum that goes with it as well.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, you've been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 50 to play. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Murray now.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides. Look at him go.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Murray again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he is finally run down. Would have been 2 if he made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked, because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.